Okay, so this class is going to be on sheer Botoderm and sheer gold. The sheer gold is very luxurious. I find it's really great for very dehydrated skin. And then the sheer Botoderm, it's kind of like their Botox alternative line, very peptide heavy, very acid heavy. So it's going to be very strong and potent. And then we're going to do their peel off mask today. So that's going to be fun to do on ourselves. I think all of you guys have been to our classes before, so you kind of know the drill, but my name's Julia. I'm with California Skincare Supply. We've been distributing Shira for, how long has it been now, Jordana? Like 3 to 4 years?
Yeah, like 3 to 4 years probably.
Yeah, so we absolutely love this line. I love how you can kind of get a little bit of everything with Shira Esthetics, whether that's organic, whether that's clinical, whether that's sensitive or a little bit more strong. So you have a lot of options with that, which I love. So we're going to go ahead and get to it. Everything you see here behind me is going to be on sale. So the only thing we change is we made it so you're going to get 3 masks in your kit. Each mask is 1 application. So all that together, it's all going to be 15% off. So it's going to be about $252.45. So that's a good one to take advantage of. As Jordana is going through the PowerPoint, I'm going to keep you guys muted just so there isn't a lot of background noise. If you have any questions at all, just type them into the chat box and I'll answer them, or Jordana will answer them. When we go through the facial, unmute you guys if you would like, so we can all kind of chat and go over it. But without further ado, Jordana, you can take it away.
Okay. Hi, everybody. Just want to thank you guys for coming again today. I'm actually really excited to go over these 2 lines. They're some of my favorites. Just going to go ahead and share my screen. So I'm going to start off with the gold line and then I'll go into Botoderm. And one of the benefits of using Shira is that you can combine pretty much all of the lines together to really customize the facial for your client. So in the kits that you received, you can mix together the Botoderm and the gold and get like a really good anti-aging facial, which is why we mix them together in the class. So the Sheer Gold line is a newer line. It came out in 2018. Like Julia said, it is a more luxurious line. Really good for anti-aging. So the Botoderm line and like the Sheer Radiance line are more clinical products. The gold line is more natural. It's not organic, but the ingredients are naturally derived. So if someone doesn't really want a clinical product line, want to use something more natural, but still really good for anti-aging, sees really fast results, the Sheer Gold line is really good to use. And usually I keep this line for more mature skin types, like age range, like late 40s and up. The products are really rich. All of the ingredients are derived from elements of the earth. So there's a lot of gold. In all the products, there's gold, which stimulates collagen in the basal cell layer of the skin. It also helps with like brightening, firming, reducing fine lines and wrinkles. Then there's also copper, which really helps with healing, also really good for firming and anti-aging. And then there's silver, and it's colloidal silver, so really good for healing and like really dry and flaky skin. And then there's caviar extract, and caviar has a lot of omega fatty acids, which helps to plump up fine lines and wrinkles, keeps the skin hydrated, and repairs barrier function. This line, I like to compare it to La Mer or La Prairie, like those really expensive department store products that they seem like to be really good, but ours have like way higher active ingredients, but it is similar. So if you have any clients that use La Mer or La Prairie and you want to try to transfer them to use Shira, the Sheer Gold line is a really good transition because it has similar ingredients, but way more effective. And the products aren't $1,000. So that's just a little tip from me. So the first product is the Sheer Gold Deep Cleansing Oil Makeup Remover. This is a hydrophilic cleanser. You can use it as a pre-cleanse as well as your clients at home. They can use it as a makeup remover first. They can put it over the eye area. And it really cleanses the skin very gently while getting rid of all of the impurities on the skin. There's a lot of really good oils in here. The main ones are grapeseed oil, sunflower oil, and safflower oil. There's also coffee extract, which helps to stimulate the skin. There's also lime and lemon, which helps to brighten. And there's other botanicals that's just really soothing for the skin. But the way that this works is that it doesn't foam up. When we go over in the facial, that's the first cleanser that we use. You just want to pump some out in your hands and then just apply it first and massage. You don't want to lather it up. And then when you're massaging, you do it over the eyes. And then you want to add water to your hands and then massage. And that'll make a slight lather. And then you'll either just rinse it off or you can just take it off with cotton pads. So it's not really supposed to foam up. It's just like a slight lather in the end. And it's just an oil that you massage. But it's really hydrating, really good for dry skin. So it cleanses without, stripping the pH. You can use it morning and at night. And then if you want to follow with another cleanser, either in your facial room or for your clients at home, they can cleanse with another cleanser of their choice if they're just using this for a makeup remover. Here we have the Shir-Gold and Perio-Firming Serum. This is really good for anti-aging. It is really good for all skin types, not just normal to dry. It's hyaluronic acid based, so it's not going to clog the pores. So the hyaluronic acid is a natural humectant, so it's attracting water to the skin. There's natural gold in here as well, so it's really stimulating collagen in the deeper layers of the skin, really reducing the fine lines and wrinkles and firming, improving the loss of elasticity. There's also a marine tree seed, which also helps to retexturize the skin, so it'll soften all of the skin texture and also help with like the roughness that you see over the fine lines and wrinkles. And there's also copper and silver, so really hydrating and healing. Usually recommend this one for daytime because it is lighter weight and then you can apply moisturizer over it, but the client can use it morning and at night. And the clients can see results from 1 to 2 weeks when using this serum. It's really effective. And in your facial room, you can use this for your anti-aging facial, especially with the gold mask. It's really good. I like to use this after the gold mask. You can use it with machines as well if you have galvanic or ultrasound or microcurrent to penetrate it into the skin. And this one, you'll really get a really, really good result from using this serum in the facial and for home care for your clients. Here we have the Shir-Gold Rose Gold Satin Serum. So this is a more emollient-based serum. There's coconut oil, olive oil, which is the squalene. It's plant-derived squalene. So super hydrating. There's also the colloidal silver, copper, and gold. So again, really stimulating the collagen, really hydrating and really healing. This one is really good for those clients that have really crepey skin or like really deep fine lines, really, really dehydrated. It's really good for the chest area too, for home care and for the treatment room. Like if your client has a lot of crepey skin on the chest area, you can use it with ultrasound or machines to penetrate it into the skin to like really plump up the fine lines and wrinkles. I usually recommend this at nighttime for retail because it is heavier, and then you can apply moisturizer over it. And then in your facial room, I like to use it actually under the gold mask because I like to massage with this one, but you can also use it after the gold mask with your machines to get like a really good treatment. You can do like a neck and chest massage, or if you want to use this in a regular basic facial for your massage step, you can use this instead of massage cream. And just another tip, I don't know if anybody here works at like a medical spa where they do really deep peels, but I do have a client. He's a plastic surgeon and he does really, really deep peels where the clients are flaking their skin off. And he tried the rose gold serum to heal the skin, kind of like a post-procedure product, on one of the nurses in the facility. And she said that the skin really healed beautifully because it's with the colloidal silver, which is really healing for the skin. So that's just a little tip. You can recommend it as a post-procedure product for peels or microderm or dermaplaning. Here we have the Shir-Gold Luminous Pearl Moisturizer. This is very lightweight. Again, you can use it for all skin types, not really just dry, immature skin. It's not going to clog the pores. There's hyaluronic acid, so really hydrating, really helping to plump up fine lines and wrinkles. And this one has caviar extract as well. So again, a lot of omega fatty acids, really plumping up fine lines and wrinkles, producing a lot of collagen and giving long-lasting hydration. You can see hydration for a few days after using this in the facial room, and for home care, you'll just constantly feel really hydrated. It doesn't have sunscreen, so the client can use it morning and at night. They'll just have to apply a sunscreen over it during the day, which is totally fine. It's not going to counteract any of the ingredients in the moisturizer. And the same thing for your facial. If you want to, use this at the end as the finishing cream, just make sure to apply a moisturizer over it. But a lot of clients really like this one because it feels very lightweight. It absorbs like really nicely into the skin, doesn't leave like a film, but it is really effective for firming and improving elasticity and the fine lines and wrinkles. So a lot of clients really like this one. Here we have the Shir-Gold Illuminating Eye Serum. So this one's really unique. It has a roll-on stick. So the client can just roll it over the eye area, which actually gives it a really nice cooling effect. And it just dispenses the right amount of serum so the clients won't overuse it. This one also has a lot of good ingredients. There's hyaluronic acid, there's peptides, caviar extract. So all of those is really producing a lot of collagen around the eye to really reduce the fine lines and wrinkles and lift like sagging skin around the eyes. And it also brightens the eye area. Like you'll see a natural glow around the eyes when using this, but the ingredients also help with dark circles and puffiness, as well as the roll-on that's helping to reduce the puffiness because it's like really soothing for the skin. So any eye cream should be used morning and at night. I usually use it under the moisturizer. It does come in professional size, and I'll show you guys, because the roll-on isn't really sanitary for the facial room, but it does come in a dropper like this, which is what I'm going to use on myself for the facial. But a lot of my clients use the eye serum as a boost, like an eye serum boost with galvanic or an ultrasound around the eye area if you needed an extra treatment. But they should see an improvement in the fine lines and wrinkles, dark circles, and puffiness for the eyes. So now we'll go on to the peel-off mask. So the one that we're using today is the Shir-Gold Illuminating Peel-Off Mask, and this is my favorite mask. This gives instant results. So if you have like a wedding or your client has a wedding or as an event and they need to see a really quick improvement for the skin, this almost is like doing a mini facelift. That's what all my clients have told me when I use the mask. It also feels like they had laser skin tightening, which is really cool. So besides the gold, which again stimulates collagen in the really deep layers of the skin, there's also resveratrol, which is a really strong polyphenol that's brightening, helping with dull looking skin, and also helping with loss of elasticity and fine lines. And there's also citric acid, which again exfoliates, really brightens the skin. And then there's vitamin B, which is really healing. This mask is actually really good to use after peels, even like really deep peels if you guys are doing them. Especially like at a medical spa. It's also really good after a microdermabrasion or any advanced treatment where you're really exfoliating the skin, because it does feel really cooling. And you'll see that the skin will look and feel tighter. Like if a client has jowls over here, like loose jowls, you'll see that it actually really looks lifted after the mask. And the results can last for up to 7 days of the facial. Like I had someone that came to me for a facial and I did this mask, and her boyfriend thought that she had plastic surgery. And you know, guys, like they don't notice anything, right? She came home and he was like, "What did you do to your face? Like you look like you have plastic surgery." So that's how amazing the mask really was. Like the results are really good. So it is professional only, so just for the treatment room. It's really simple to use. It's already pre-measured. You just have to mix everything together, apply it, leave it on for 15 minutes, and then you'll just remove it. Really easy to use. We also have 2 other peel-off masks that I like. The other one is the Chocolate Lovers Mask. This one is really good for mature skin as well. For someone that has dull-looking skin, really needs to detox and, you know, stimulates the collagen in the skin. And it's really hydrating. And it's the same protocol. You can, you know, just mix the 2, the activator and the mask together. You whip it up in the jar, and then you apply it, and then it peels off really easily. So the gold mask is better for mature skin. Like if you have like a client in their 50s, 60s and up, that one I'm using. But this one you can use like on a younger client, like late 20s or 30s that, you know, has anti-aging issues or like sun damage. You can definitely use the chocolate mask on them as well. Then we have the triple berry antioxidant mask. So this one's also really good for brightening and dull looking skin. All the different berries really stimulates the oxygen in the skin cells with the bioflavonoids. You can also use it for sensitive skin, feels really soothing, and just provides like a lot of antioxidants. It's infusing a lot of antioxidants inside of the skin cells, and just helps with like dull looking skin. And again, it's the same protocol, mixing the activator into the jar, whipping it up, and then just apply the mask and peel it off after like 15-20 minutes. And also just another note, so you'll see the mask right here, it comes in a liquid. A lot of companies, they have the peel off mask in like the powder form, but when you have it in a liquid like this, you're able to get more of the active ingredients more stable inside. So it is more effective than the powder mask, because I know you see them all around, but just a little tip. So now we'll go into the Botoderm line. So the Botoderm line is actually one of our original product lines. This has been out since 2003, and it does sell really well, again, for more mature skin clients, like late 40s and up. It is a peptide-based line, so really effective for anti-aging. You can see results from this very, very quickly. There's also some acne products if you needed stronger acne products for like cystic acne or really oily skin, but the anti-aging products in here, like the whole regimen, is really important to use all together. I'm sure all of you are familiar with peptides, but if not, it's a really good anti-aging ingredient. The way that they work is that the peptides are an amino acid that's already, the skin's already familiar with the peptide because it's an amino acid. So it's able to penetrate really deep into the skin, and it signals the skin cells to keep repairing the damaged skin cells and to keep producing collagen. So that's why it kind of like acts like Botox, because it actually doesn't like freeze the facial muscle like Botox, but it helps to relax the facial muscles while also producing a lot of collagen in the skin. And we use a lot of different peptides together. So we have the polypeptides, the oligopeptides, tetrapeptides, hexapeptides, and pentapeptides. They all kind of penetrate in different layers of the skin, and they kind of produce collagen in different layers. But again, they're all just producing a lot of collagen in the skin, and you do need all the peptides to be working together to get the best results. We also mix it with different acids. So you'll see like a lot of glycolic, salicylic, lactic, malic, citric acid, and also retinol. And we mix it with botanicals too. There's aloe leaf, tea tree, peppermint, chamomile, grapeseed oil, and carrot seed oil, which is a derivative of vitamin A. So this line is stronger. So it's not really good for sensitive skin, for acne, and for anti-aging. But for clients that have, again, really like a lot of a loss of elasticity, really deep fine lines or wrinkles, this will give them really fast results. So the first cleanser, the polishing cleanser, this is what we're going to use as part of the exfoliation in the facial kit that you received today. So it is an exfoliating wash. So there's glycolic, lactic, malic, and salicylic acid. It's also mixed with peppermint and Dead Sea minerals. This one I really like to use in the facial room because it exfoliates right in the beginning. So it's able to really deeply cleanse the skin, especially like from makeup or other dirt and debris. And you're setting up the skin better for the facial. All the products are going to be penetrating better right when you're exfoliating in the beginning. It foams up really nicely as well, so you can use it with a Clarisonic brush, and it really softens and retexturizes the skin. For home care, I would recommend it only 2 to 3 times a week for your client as the exfoliation. This one is actually really good for clients that complain about milia. So one ways to really help milia is to use something with glycolic acid, especially a cleanser, because that'll really help to exfoliate and keep the dead skin, from clogging the pores. So again, clients that have milia, I always recommend the polishing cleanser, just, 2 to 3 times a week at night. And this one's really good to use before peels too. I like to exfoliate before peels to really help the peel penetrate deep into the skin. So that's just another tip. Whenever I'm doing a peel on a client, I usually cleanse with the polishing cleanser on normal to dry and for oily skin. And this one's good for combination skin as well. Here we have the clarifying active cleanser. So this is for your oily and acne prone skin. So this is the strongest cleanser we have for acne. It's stronger than the balancing and stronger than the eucalyptus. So I usually keep this for clients with like thicker oily skin and clients that have cystic acne. So there's salicylic acid, there's tea tree. So again, really exfoliating the skin. It's able to go inside the pores and really take out all the debris. It helps to really clear the acne breakouts with the tea tree and the salicylic acid. But it is stronger. So they might feel like tingling. They might even get a little bit flaky. So they can use this one 2 to 3 times a week at first, and then they can work their way up to do it every night. And then again, in your facial room, you can use it with a Clarisonic brush. It foams up really nicely, and just keep it for, your really oily skin clients or cystic acne. Here we have the acne cleansing pads. I really like this one. It's a really unique product. This one can be used as a toner, or you can just use it as itself as a cleansing pad. This one's really good for younger teenagers that are like really lazy to, you know, wash their skin. This one is really good. It has also the alpha hydroxy acids. There's chamomile, there's witch hazel, grapeseed oil, and different antioxidants. So it's soothing, but it's also really helping to balance the oil production and reduce acne breakouts. And it's not over irritating. You can actually use this throughout the day. Like, you know how oily skin people, they get very, very oily all day long and they need to blot. So instead of blotting with the tissue, it's better to add, you know, ingredients throughout the day to balance the oil, and it'll help reduce the oil production and help to clear, you know, breakouts. You can also use it on the body, on the chest and the shoulders if they have, you know, acne on the body. It's really important for clients to use this that have acne if they're doing like sports, because, you know, all the sweat and the buildup, they're getting really oily, and they can just, you know, blot with acne cleansing pad. It's really easy. Or you can use this as the toner in your facial room after the clarifying active cleanser. And you can also use this after extractions. Here's the soothing and toning mist. So this is for normal to dry skin. You can also use it on sensitive skin. This has chamomile and aloe, just really soothing for the skin. It comes in a mist, so you can just spray it directly on the client during the facial room, in the facial treatment. Your client can use it morning and at night after cleansing. And it just feels very refreshing, reduces redness, and balances the pH of the skin. The next product is the Instant Lift Serum. So this is a really popular serum for mature skin clients. It is a silicone base, so it does fill in the lines and wrinkles on contact, which, you know, a lot of clients really like. Some of my clients recommend this as like a makeup primer, but it's cumulative also. So the more that you use it, the more you'll see like a reduction in the fine lines and wrinkles and firming. There's vitamin C, vitamin A, and vitamin E. There's also a little bit of retinol, but it's not going to make you more photosensitive as long as you apply the Hydra Lift Day Cream over it, which has sunscreen. But this one, the more that you use it, you will see an improvement in firming and fine lines or wrinkles, because it is producing a lot of collagen in the skin, especially from the retinol and the vitamin C, vitamin A, and vitamin E. So I like to recommend this for daytime. In your facial room, if you want to give like a flawless look to the skin, you can use this right before the moisturizer and then apply the Hydra Lift Day Cream over it. But your client should be using it every morning under the moisturizer every day. The next product is the Vitaburst Peptide Complex, and this one works really, really well for fine lines and wrinkles and firming. So this is the one that acts mostly like Botox. So this one has milli-encapsulated peptides. So you'll see in the serum, there's like the little beads. And when something is milli-encapsulated, it's able to penetrate really deep into the skin, because the skin, it recognizes it. And so you're penetrating all those peptides really, really deep. And it's really stimulating collagen production, really helping to reduce the fine lines and wrinkles and relaxing the facial muscles. There's also hyaluronic acid, so it's really hydrating, and there's other antioxidants as well that help to retexturize the skin and to also help with fine lines and wrinkles. I usually recommend this one at night because you're increasing the cell turnover more at night, so it's better to produce a lot of collagen at nighttime than during the day. But you can also use this in the facial room as like the treatment. I usually just massage it into the skin, and then they'll feel like tightened and they'll look like their fine lines and wrinkles are plumped. And then you could put the Instant Lift Serum, and then you could put the Hydra Lift Day Cream over it. Here we have the Hydra Lift Day Cream. This is a really popular product for anti-aging. This one has SPF 24, so again has sun protection while also helping with anti-aging. This one also has peptides. It has the pentapeptides, oligopeptides, hexapeptides, but there's also a peptide called arginine, and that helps with the fine lines and wrinkles on contact. So right when you apply it, the fine lines and wrinkles look like they're disappeared, but it's also cumulative. So the more you use it, the better you'll see that the fine lines and wrinkles look improved and that you'll feel and look more firm. There's also hyaluronic acid in aloe, so really hydrating. It gives like a really nice dewy look to the skin, and it absorbs really nicely. It's very lightweight as well and just gives really long-lasting hydration. So I usually end my anti-aging facial with the Hydrolift Day Cream. And then again, every morning for your client, every day for home care. Here's the clarifying moisturizer, but I believe we did change the name to clarifying treatment because you cannot use this as a moisturizer all over the skin. This has benzoyl peroxide. It has 10%. So it's just a spot treatment for acne, specifically for like the cystic acne. The benzoyl peroxide is able to kill the acne causing bacteria. It is a stronger treatment. It's only supposed to be used at nighttime, and then the client should wear a sunscreen during the day when using this. But all they want to do is just apply it on the areas where they have the acne breakouts for a few days in a row. Just massage it in, and then they should see an improvement fairly quickly. Like even me, sometimes I have a breakout. I'll just put the clarifying moisturizer 2 or 3 days in a row, and it does clear up. But just remember, you are more photosensitive when using the benzoyl peroxide. So you have to use sunscreen during the day. I really want to mix it with like a retinol. You can mix it with a salicylic acid product, but just not retinol. And, you know, if you're doing a chemical peel, you should stop the clarifying treatment at least 2 or 3 days before. You can use it in the facial room also because it does come in professional, but just let it absorb and then put an SPF 30 or higher over it. Here we have the Forte Repair Night Cream. So this is a retinol treatment for clients that need, you know, to even their skin tone, really help to improve the firmness in their skin, and really help to reduce fine lines and wrinkles. So it has a 1.0 retinol, which is fairly strong. It's also mixed with glycolic acid, and there's also natural derivatives of vitamin A from the carrot seed oil. And there's tretinoin also, which is a vitamin A derivative. So this one can be used every night, but I usually start off, you know, recommending it once a week, and then 2 times a week, and then 3 times a week until they can do it every night. If your client feels like they're getting a little dry and flaky from using a retinol, especially if it's their first time using it, they can just use another moisturizer. I like to recommend the Advanced Collagen Treatment Cream in between on the nights that they're not using the retinol, just to help with the flaking and dryness. But they should see an improvement in their skin at least 1 to 2 weeks when they're using this product, even if they're using it only 2 times a week. Which is really nice for fine lines and like other signs of aging. In your facial room, since it does come in professional sizes, a lot of my clients use this after chemical peels, not like a strong like 40% glycolic, but if you're doing like the Mandelic or a 30% and you want to enhance the peel, you can apply a little bit of the Forte Repair Night Cream, but not on clients that have sensitive skin. It's more for like a client that has done a few peel treatments that maybe has like a lot of scarring and like thicker skin, that you can use the Forte Night Cream after the peel. But do a test patch first. And then here we have the Instant Anti-Puffiness Eye Cream. This is like one of the most popular eye products that we have compared to all the other eye products, and it's been out since 2003. It's very, very effective for puffiness, especially bags under the eyes, really good for dark circles and crow's feet. There's a specific peptide in here called isorol, which is a tetrapeptide, and that's able to reduce the swelling. That, like, it's able to detect the swelling that's causing the bag and the puffiness under the eye. It has anti-edema properties, and edema is swelling. There's other antioxidants as well that helps with like crow's feet. And there's apple fruit extract, which helps with fine lines and wrinkles and like brightening under the eye area. But a lot of clients say that they have, you know, a product for puffiness around the eye, and most of the time they just bought it from like one of those stands in the mall. And the difference between ours and that one is that the ones that are, you know, from the department store or the stands in the mall, is that they just use salts that just expand the eye area. It's not really reducing the swelling, and it's actually really bad for the eye. It'll make the fine lines or wrinkles worse because it stretches the eye, and then it'll go back, and then like your eyes, like you're moving the muscles. It's like it's defeating the purpose, and it's really bad for your eye area. So if you have a client that's using one of those, just try to transition them to the anti-puffiness eye cream, because it's actually detecting what's causing the swelling under the eye, and it's not damaging the skin around the eye. And you should use this morning and at night. You can actually see results from this right away, like a few minutes after using it. You'll see if you put one eye with the Botoderm anti-puffiness and then one not, you'll see like one looks way better than the other. So it is cumulative, but also gives instant results. And for your facial room, you just put a little bit under the eye area, not too close to the lid. You just want to put it right over the orbital bone, and it'll push up. And then you can put the moisturizer over it. Here we have the Hydrolift Ampule. So this is what we're using under the mask today in our facial. Ampules usually go under the mask because they're the targeted treatment. The ampules have smaller molecules than serum, so it's able to really penetrate into the skin. The main ingredient in here is Matrixyl 3000, and that's like one of the really strongest peptides available. And that's really, really firming and really hydrating for the skin and like really reducing the fine lines and wrinkles. And then there's also hyaluronic acid, so just really hydrating. This one's also good for sensitive skin. It's not going to make the skin, you know, red or irritated. And it's just really good to use with machines or ultrasound or anything to really penetrate into the skin. Some of my clients also recommend this for home care. They just give them like as a gift. Like if you're doing a treatment and you want to give your client like a gift for home care, they just give them 2 or 3 and they can use it like every night all over the face, neck, and the chest. And it'll really, really enhance the skin, especially before like a party or a wedding or something. So you can recommend it for home care, but it is just meant for the treatment room. Okay, so I'm gonna stop sharing my screen. Oops.
Okay.
Tangled in the wires. No, okay.
Okay, we're gonna get started in the facial first. Does anyone have any questions or anything for Jordana about either Shir-Gold or Boto-Derm? And let me unmute you guys. If you have a lot of background noise, I should stay muted, but 1 second. And I just want to go over what you guys got in your kit really quick. So you should have gotten 2 full-size products. That would be the Shir-Gold Illuminating Eye Serum. A little tip about this one, like Jordana was saying, how this one is so good for puffiness because of the roll-on. Sometimes if I wake up, I'm feeling extra puffy, I'll just stick this in the fridge for 10 minutes and it gets really nice and cool. It's kind of like that old trick, the cold spoons, except this is actually delivering active ingredients. And I really like to use it when it's super cold and it really helps with that puffiness. Another one of the full-size products is obviously the mask and the applicator that you got with this. You don't pour this into a bowl or anything. You're just gonna pour this right directly into there. So no need for like a rubber bowl or anything like that. And then you got 1 little ampule. And then the rest was in sample forms. I gave you 2 bags of samples. The one with the red bow is going to be the samples that we're using in the facial. And then the samples just in like the regular Ziploc bag is just samples of the line so you guys can touch and feel and try it.
And each sample, this is like basically 1 application, right?
You can get 2 or 3 out of it. I mean, for me.
Yeah, it depends if it's like the oil, probably 1 because it'd leak after you're done using it. But like with the moisturizers or serums, you can get more so.
Yeah. Okay, perfect.
All right, and no questions, anyone? We're good to go?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So we're gonna get started in the facial. All you'll really need is maybe a tongue depressor to apply the peel off mask with, a bowl of water, a towel, but overall this is a very simple facial, easy to use, I mean.
And when you're using the Botoderm together with the gold line, like it really, really firms and tightens the skin. Like I have a client that does like a peptide caviar facial with the gold mask and the Botoderm products, and she gets really good results.
Oh, that sounds nice.
Yeah, it sounds really luxurious.
It does.
Oh my god, got the oil. And the oil does come in professional size.
I love oils to remove makeup. It just makes it soft.
Sometimes I'm so lazy to use like a makeup wipe. I mean, I just like put it all over, especially like at night.
Yeah, it's good for eye makeup. I find eye makeup's the hardest to get off.
Yeah.
So I'll just wait for everyone to get their stuff.
Okay.
One of the things I love about Shir Boto-Derm is the packaging. It's like very unique and it's very elegant. You don't see like a lot of stuff like this, and I really like it. It looks very high end.
Yeah, one of the benefits of using the Botoderm, like a lot of clients really like the packaging for sure.
Okay. Well, we can get started if everyone's ready.
Okay.
Yep.
So for the oil, I only dispense a little bit at first, like a quarter size amount, because you don't want to add too much, and a little goes a long way. And then you just want to massage first without wetting your hands. And you can put it like all over the eyes too. I'm not wearing any eye makeup, but
It smells good.
yeah. And this one's organic, by the way. So this is the only organic product in the Gold line. So if your clients do, like cleansing oils and they just want to use something organic, you can definitely recommend the Gold cleanser. And usually to remove makeup, I definitely massage a cleanser for at least a minute in the facial room. And then I'll just use a different cleanser after, like we're going to use a polishing cleanser, but you can use any cleanser after it.
I like how it's not too greasy. A lot of oil cleansers are like leave a really intense film. This is still obviously oil, but it's not too overbearing, which I like.
Yeah, and it's not too runny. I think like a lot of the oils are really thin. And to remove it, I'm going to use my towel, but some clients don't like to wet it. They just like to take the cotton pad and wipe it off. But you can use a steam towel in your room.
Oh yeah, it comes off really nice and easily.
Yeah.
Too. Feels nice and hydrated.
Yeah, it doesn't strip the skin at all.
Yeah, you can kind of feel the coffee in there. It is stimulating at the same time, just like revitalizing.
Okay. Okay, so now we'll use the polishing cleanser. This one I do like to add a little bit of water to my hands because I like when it foams up. And this one feels really refreshing for the skin. Like you'll feel really, really clean after using this one.
It's like a beautiful color, kind of like a pearl iridescent.
And I like the way this one smells.
And then this has the glycolic, lactic, malic, tartaric, and salicylic, right?
Yeah, and it has peppermint, which is what the smell is. And there's also Dead Sea minerals. This one you may feel tingling also.
I love that it's such an active cleanser. A lot of times companies, they look over their cleansers because they don't think it's going to be as penetrating as like a serum or a moisturizer. So there's not as good ingredients in that. I love that. Shir-Gold.
I mean, for me, like the cleanser, I think is like the most important part of the whole facial because half the time the clients don't even cleanse their skin ever.
Yeah.
That's why you'll see that like right after cleansing with, our cleansers, the skin already looks a lot healthier.
Oh yeah, I feel a little tingle. It's like it's minty, I think, from the peppermint. It's kind of cold.
Yeah. And again, you can use this with the Clarisonic brush if you have one.
I'm sorry, what kind of cleanser are you using?
This is the polishing cleanser from Boto-Derm. So it's very heavy on acids. Yeah, this is what we're using as our exfoliation step.
Yeah, I thought it would be more grimy. You know what I mean? Exfoliation, but it feels good. But it's still like a good deep clean.
Yeah, you'll feel and let that the skin feels really cleansed. It feels like really refreshing too. And it is really easy to remove too.
So how long do you recommend to cleanse for with this? Like 2 minutes? 2 minutes.
1 to 2 minutes, yeah. And you can use it under the steam. Even if you're using this for like a regular facial, you can use it under the steam and cleanse for like 1 or 2 minutes.
Feels super fresh. I like that.
And my skin feels like super soft.
Mm-hmm.
Would you recommend being able to shave with this for men?
They can, but if they cut themselves, I think like after, like, I don't know if they actually like,
Spicy.
but I know that a lot of men like this one. Okay, I'm just gonna like blot.
With that product, you would only do it 2 or 3 times a week at night?
Yeah, because it is exfoliating. Some people experienced dry and flaky skin after using it, especially if they've never used like a glycolic wash before.
Thank you.
My skin feels super soft.
Mm-hmm. Mine does too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so usually I use the whole ampule on the client, especially like on their neck and chest. So you can use a whole ampule now if you wanted, but just really like penetrate it into the skin when you're massaging. So what I usually do is I have my towel, but you want to use a towel or tissue in your room, and you just want to break it off like that, just so the glass, you know, in case there's glass anywhere coming off, it won't hurt you.
Could you use this with microneedling?
Yeah, you can. Any device that's used to penetrate serums, like if it's the Regenerate pen or other microneedling or after dermaplaning, you can use it. With ultrasound galvanic too, it's really good.
And then this is going all over.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes when my facials, I'll just do also like a 5 to 10 minute massage, like doing really slow movements where you're creating hands heat with your hands, and that'll really penetrate it too.
Oh, I love the slip it has.
Mm-hmm.
The main difference between these ampules and the Sheer Radiance ampules is that these have the Matrixyl 3000, so these are really good for like clients with really saggy skin, like really deep fine lines and wrinkles. The Sheer Radiance ampules are really good for dehydration and like dry, flaky skin.
So you leave that on before you use the mask.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So you want to penetrate this really into the skin so that it's completely disappeared into the layers.
Yeah, the texture of this one is so nice.
Yeah.
It's nice because I don't generally use a lot of Botoderm just because I am a little bit more sensitive and oily. But I don't have like that cystic acne that's needed for, or not needed, but recommended for the acne product. So it's nice to get to try it all. I've tried it all, but really to use it in a facial.
So if they were to use this at home treatment, would they like put their moisturizer on and sunscreen and then go on with their day?
Yeah, but I would like to use it at night better because the peptides are better like for nighttime because you're increasing the cell turnover more.
Okay.
Just do the ampule first, you know, penetrate it completely. And then if they have also like at home or in your room too, if you have the derma roller, not the derma roller, the jade roller, you can use it with the jade roller too.
Okay.
And then they can use like another serum, like they can use the VitaBurst peptide complex and then put a moisturizer.
Yeah, that VitaBurst is super popular. Everyone
Yeah, that one's really effective.
encapsulated peptides. That one's really nice. Mine feels nice and penetrated. Yeah, that a little bit goes a long way too. I didn't even.
Yeah, I use the whole thing,
through.
but when you're using the whole one for the client, you're gonna put it on the neck and chest, so it should be enough, just one. It's not gonna be too much.
Okay, onto the mask now, right?
So usually I open the gold mask jar first. And just a tip, because this one does dry inside, you don't want to like pre-mix the mask. You want to just mix the mask as soon as you're on that step of the facial. And then I usually cut the activator with a scissor. And then you want to just pour the whole entire contents of the activator. The activator has seaweed in it. That's what helps it to get rubberized. So you just want to pour the whole activator into the yogurt cup, and then you'll just mix it kind of quickly so that it gets dissolved into the mask. Maybe like 30 seconds, not even, just until it's completely disappeared into the gold. And I like to use a big spatula. And then you'll just start applying it. And it does feel really cold in the beginning. So usually like I'll tell clients to, you know, it's coming, you know, it's really good. It's going to be really cold.
I get scissors for my
Oh yeah.
applicator.
I was too excited.
Very good.
In the treatment room, would you put it over the eyes and mouth?
Yeah, you can put it over the eyes, especially if the client has puffiness. It's really good. You know, just ask them if they're like claustrophobic. And then if they have lashes, I wouldn't put it over the eyes. And a lot of clients use peel-off masks and they put the gauze underneath it, but you don't need to do that with this one.
I'm gonna be completely honest, you guys. I've never applied a peel-off mask to myself, so we'll see how this goes.
I know, this is like my second time. As we
This
can
one you
tell.
do have like a little bit of time to apply it.
Because gravity is working against you.
Sometimes I'll keep on the side like mini popsicle sticks so I can get inside like by my nose.
Oh, that's smart.
And I'll just do that like at the end.
These are a lot easier to apply than the like SD Max.
I think because it's powder going into a liquid.
Mm-hmm.
And it's
Yep.
already pre-measured.
It goes on very smooth. It's almost kind of like a butter in a way.
Now, if I want to order that, does it come with the activation, or do you have to order that separately?
No, they come together. And you just want to remember each tub is its own, is an individual treatment. So like this one thing is just for one facial. But yes, the gold and the activator come together.
Sometimes I also, like if I feel like I have some left over, like me, I have a small face, so I don't really need a lot. I'll put some on the hands too. Like if they have, you know, sagging skin on the hands, and it'll help to rejuvenate. But you kind of want to get like a thick layer so it's easy to peel off. And you can still put it on the neck and the chest too, if you have enough left.
Yeah, it's nice. It's cold. It feels a little tingly on me. I like
Yeah,
it.
so actually some clients will say that they feel like numbing, not really like uncomfortable, but they'll be like, wow, like I feel my face is like numb.
I feel like something's working.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Something's going on there.
Oh my God, it's going into my eye. Oh no.
Oh no.
When you're applying it, do you want a thick application or a thin, or does it matter?
I do it thick. Just make sure that it covers the full face and the neck and the chest. But when it's thicker and there's a lot in here, it makes it easier to peel off.
Thank you.
And it only takes about like 5 to 7 minutes to dry. And you'll see. So even if you like took a little bit of time to apply it and it'll get like kind of clumpy, but if you're still able to apply it, that's totally fine. As long as it's not like completely hard inside of the jar. And this one's really good for like events. I did a peel event for that plastic surgeon. And it came out really, really good. Everybody really loved their skin. And I only left the mask on for like 7 minutes. Usually I'll leave it on for 15, 20.
Okay, I'm gonna take a picture of all of us because we look a little silly.
Yeah, we're just so happy to know.
Yeah, it feels good. It feels stimulating. I like it. And you said you can do this after a really deep peel, after microneedling. I can see how it'd feel really healing and nice on the skin.
And it just helps with anti-aging more. It's really good. Mine's like already almost dried too. And this one, when it peels off, it comes off really easily. It's like it doesn't leave a lot of residue on the skin where you have to like pick it off. And usually when I do take it off, I'll just use a toner if there's any residue left. But I can feel like tingling like here, especially like on my nasolabial folds.
Yeah, I always feel it on my cheeks.
And this one's good for any facial after microderm too.
After the 7 minutes, could you apply like a jade or roller or quartz roller, or is there any benefit to that?
Like over the mask? I think because it's so thick, I don't know if it will have that much benefit because the mask is so thick on the skin.
Okay.
But you can use it after. Like if you want, like, because we're going to use the rose gold serum, you can use the roller after that.
That'd be really nice too, because the rose gold serum is so emulsive and goes on really smooth. That would be really nice.
Yeah.
And then what was I missed the very beginning. So what the deal that you guys have for the whole back bar, that's what we're doing today, obviously.
Yeah, so everything that we're doing today is on sale in the professional size for back bar, which is the cleanser, the polishing cleanser, the oil, the day cream, the ampules, the rose gold serum, the eye cream, and then we decided to do 3 of the gold masks because each one is only 1 application, so we thought that would be a little bit better. So it's regularly almost $300. It's $297 with the 15% off. Subtract like $44, and you're at $252.45. So that's a good special. But mine's starting to feel tight. I like it.
Yeah, same. I feel tightness. And I feel like especially like on my forehead, it's like heating because it's stimulating the skin. The chocolate and the triple berry also feel the same. Like this one feels definitely the tightest, but you'll feel like heat when you're using like the chocolate and the triple berry too.
So the chocolate's a little bit more for dehydrated, and the berry's a little bit more for hyperpigmentation.
But the gold one is definitely my favorite. Like if you need, a quick anti-aging treatment. And again, the results last for up to 7 days. Especially when you're using all those other devices in the facial.
I feel like this even dries better than those other jelly masks. Like, I don't know. Or maybe I'm just using it correctly now.
So I have a silly question. A lot of estheticians are now starting to do how do I say it? Like the vagina facials and the booty facials, for ingrown hair treatments, and they like to do a peel off mask. Would this be okay for that, to help with ingrowns or anything like that, and dehydration?
I wouldn't use this one just because like it would be really expensive because it's the one tub, you can't like, you can only use it one time. But I think Kelly, she ordered the aloe vera algae peel off mask. That one you can.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That one has a lot of vitamin B in it, so it's like really healing. And then also the face and body scrub from the Solar Energy line, that's really good for ingrown hairs.
Oh, okay.
For men
the-
and
The chocolate and the berry come in these same applications?
Yep.
Okay.
For the back bar, how are they sold? Are they sold individually, or do you have to purchase a certain amount?
So we have no minimums, but they are sold individually. Just with this kit, we included 3 of them, but you can always just buy one if you'd like.
Okay.
I can see how this would feel so good after like a strong glycolic or a strong salicylic peel.
I think the doctor, he does the VI peels, which are like really strong, like the medical ones. Like the nurse was literally like, it was like really like you ever see the Austin Powers when the guy's like peeling off the skin in Goldmember? That's what it was like. Do you feel any like numbness?
I just feel cool. I don't feel numbness.
I feel kind of numbness and cool and tingle. A
Mhm.
good, a little bit of everything.
Mhm.
Feels like mine's almost ready to just
Yeah.
off. Yeah.
So when you peel it off, just remember, you want to loosen the sides first. If you're applying it over the eyes, you want to remove it from the forehead down. But if you're applying it not over the eyes, just remove it from the neck up. Just peel it. So you can see it's like just, here's my face. And it smells really good.
Oh, that came off so
Yeah.
easily.
I don't even have any residue, you know. I just have like a little bit on my hair, but you could put towels, like, you know, paper towels to catch it. But even if it does get stuck in the hair, it doesn't like get really dry. So it's easy to take off with like toner.
Yeah.
Yeah, that wasn't.
And I feel like really tightness. Like I feel here really like tight.
Yeah, it feels really, I feel super.
Oh, it feels so good, refreshing. I feel like
Yeah.
this is all tight.
Yeah. And like I said, for clients that have like those jowls like really saggy right here, you'll see that like it looks lifted. Okay. All right, so we'll use the rose gold serum. So this one can also be used with machines. And if you have like the jade roller, or if you want to use like the globes and just do like an eye treatment, you know, we can use it. This one also works with the Regenerate pen. I had a client, she did microdermabrasion, and then she used the rose gold serum with the Regenerate pen around the crow's feet, and they looked really plumped up.
My sister is like the most dehydrated person I know.
Yeah.
Everything I give her, it's like not thick enough. Until we took on Shira, she's been loving that. And she like literally bathes in this rose gold serum.
Yeah.
I just sent her the professional size and she uses it all over. Because if she doesn't, she like literally, it's kind of like she peels and sticky no matter what we do.
Yeah.
I'm the opposite, so I'm actually going to cheat and use the Imperio just because it's not quite as rich. You know,
Yeah, so that one's the hyaluronic acid base. So if your client was oily, if you're oily, you can use the Imperio firming serum.
I love the little flecks of gold in this one.
Yeah. If you don't want to use machines, you can do like another just like 10 to 15 minute massage to your hands, like if you're like in a European facial.
Okay.
And also, like if your client has, you know, really deep fine lines in the chest, it's really good to massage it in the chest area.
And you can use this gold peel off mask as well on the chest and breast. Yeah.
And on the hands too, if you have extra. And it gives like a nice shimmer to the skin too.
It does. I like to say with the rose gold, it's almost like a natural highlight because it does have that little shimmer on. So I do like to use it sometimes like just right here where I would put my highlight, and then I'll apply like an actual powder on top and just get a really nice dewy highlighted look. Same with the
That's why some of my clients like to use it during the day.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna use the professional size of my serum because I don't have the retail. But then if you do have the eye roller, just roll it like right over the bone and it'll just push up.
And then I did give you guys 2 options for eyes. You can either use your full-size eye roller that you got, which I love. It's going to be a little bit more lighter. If you feel like you want a little bit more hydration, I did give you a sample of the Instant Anti-Puffiness Eye Cream, which is what I'm going to use. Oh, that feels really nice.
Even without the roller, it feels really cooling, like when you're using in the professional. And you can use this one with the machines around the eyes.
Yeah, I love the Illuminating Eye Serum. I use this one every morning. I even go up and put it on my eyebrows.
Yeah, you can totally put it over the brow. Okay. So the last step is the Hydrolip Day Cream. So this one is really good for anti-aging, firming, and reducing the fine lines and wrinkles. And it gives a nice dewy look to the skin. And you really don't need a lot. Like I'm only going to dispense like a dime size amount.
And my face feels so nourished.
And it doesn't feel like sticky or anything, you know? It
So
feels like
this is a physical. Oh no, I'm sorry. This isn't a sunscreen. I was getting confused.
So if we were going to be outside, we would still make sure we put our sunscreen on, right?
this one does have the SPF 24.
Oh, it does.
Okay.
Yeah, but if you're going to the beach or something, just apply like a sunscreen over it, like a 30.
And is this a physical or a chemical sunscreen?
It's both.
Both, the blend. I like the blends.
I'm ready to hit the town.
I know your skin looks super reflective, Rachel. It looks really nice.
Yours too.
Yeah, it's really good.
Thank you. All right.
I feel silky.
Okay. Does anyone have any other questions? That was the last step in the facial. Any questions about the kit or any of the products?
Everybody's skin looks so beautiful. I can't wait to go work on my skin right now.
Oh, good. Good.
I like how it has all the shimmer too, kind of. It's like.
That's why I say it gives you like that natural highlight. So we were, because this was kind of the last Shira class, I think we're going to go back over them and do like another Sheer Organic and another Sheer Radiance class and do the cycle. But we're going to do different facials, and with the Shira product, the Sheer Organic, Shira is launching the new Sheer Select line. So we'll be able to go over like the new product knowledge, do a facial with those. And then they are launching a new Power Peel in the Sheer Radiance line. So we'll go over that as well. And that one's nice. That one's like what? Glycolic, lactic, and malic or mandelic?
It's glycolic, lactic, salicylic, and mandelic.
Yeah, mandelic. So I'm excited about that one. I love mandelic.
Mhm.
So yeah, we're just going to keep launching these classes. I think we're going to start doing them more on Sundays instead of Mondays, depending on Jordana's schedule. But yeah, we're going to keep on doing these Zoom classes. They're really nice.
I know, I love them.
They're all really fun.
And then if I decide to get this starter pack from you, I could just email you, right?
Yeah, email, call, or place an order online if you remember what products are in the facial. But yeah, either or.
Perfect.
Any other questions, you guys? You good?
I like Rachel's skin. You can see her cheekbones are a little more pronounced after.
Mm-hmm.
Thank
Looks
you.
really
I know.
good.
I feel just like it really is exactly what you said. I'm surprised, like not surprised, but it's like awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Very pretty.
Yeah, sometimes you don't get to see all that that intense, quick firming just with the mask, so that's nice.
Definitely.
Okay, you guys. Well, email me if you have any questions. You know my email. I want to say thank you to Jordana for doing all these wonderful Shira classes. It's been
Thanks for
amazing.
having me. I love teaching you guys.
We
Thank
love
you.
having you.
Yeah,
All right,
thank
guys.
you.
Email me if you have any questions. Thanks for coming.
All right.
Thank you.
Have a good rest of the
Bye,
day.
guys. Be safe.
Bye.
Bye.